And welcome back. We have returned to the desert world to break barriers once again. Boom! Here we go. Right. This place, like, these messenger islands just get better and better each one you go to. This place has a whole bunch of great puzzles, a whole bunch of amazing puzzles, especially one of the last ones. Oh yes. One of the last ones. Only the best puzzle in the entire world that has to do with these little sigil tetramino shaped pieces. Oh yes. Absolutely love it. Best puzzle in the entire game. Would definitely spend hours on again. I'm being a little bit negative about this, am I? I'm just going to shut up and actually focus on doing this. There you go. That's one of them done. Next up, we are going to take a quick detour over here, where we can find another laser. This one actually involves two lasers for once. And let's get to work on this puzzle right now. Puzzle 2 is complete, and we now have a laser pair of 2. I guess one thing I should probably go after as well is a time capsule which is actually hidden behind this castle wall.
Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves.
Alright then. Very nice to listen to Miss Alexandra Drennan once again. Let's continue our work on these sigils, shall we? This will give us one connector, and I believe there should be at least one more connector left hidden in that dome over there. Let's get to it, shall we? Fourth puzzle complete. Now we must open the doors and unleash another messenger from his eternal time capsule. There is one minor problem about this, however, is that it involves completing one more Tetramina puzzle, and this one sticks out in my mind the most because I spent about 30 minutes trying to do it without looking up any walkthroughs. I did manage to complete it without looking up any walkthroughs, thankfully, but it doesn't make me any more happy about this one because... oh boy, this one took me forever, for ages, and if it's giving you the same amount of grief, don't worry. This shall help you solve all of your life's problems. And with that, my misery has been conquered and we have managed to release a second messenger from his sleep. So we can watch the exact same animation play all over again, and hey, didn't I see you, like, not too long ago? I'm pretty sure we just met in one world previously. As Sam would say, hey, didn't I kick your ass 2 rooms back? No. This guy, even though he looks very much like Uriel, is actually Barakiel_X, version 16.3.2789F. And Barakiel pretty much does write the exact same message as Uriel, and it goes the same for the third guy, which we will be releasing, so... sorry, but there's not much of a difference between many of these, except that they'll give you hints for different puzzles, and that's pretty cool. I'm still not entirely sure how the hint system works yet, because I have not personally experimented with it, even though I've said I might during this playthrough, but I didn't end up doing that. Once again, like the world A1, there's actually another Easter egg hidden in this one, and it involves jumping right into this small lake, and doing a little bit of fancy jumping until you reach a rather interesting cave. I can't exactly remember what this references, but it's cool, I guess. I sort of like it. You can see that there is a statue from Serious Sam HD, the second encounter. It looks a little glitchy, and that's not the video bugging out. This is actually a feature. Don't worry, it's not a bug, it's a feature. And you can use the rocks. This guy will say good morning. And this guy is also gonna say good morning. These rocks will tell a couple of jokes, like this one more specifically, such as why is calculator robot's best friend? Why? You can always count on it. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that they only do like, I want to say 3 jokes. At least the last time I experimented around with these couple of rocks when I was back here doing my test playthrough of this particular world. But you kind of have to stay around a while for them to actually use them, and I'm not sure if you have to like run close to the statue or anything, because the way it triggers is just, it's a little bit weird. What does a programmer who's drowning yell? What? F1, F1, F1. Also, you get extremely slow whenever you walk up to the statue sometimes, and I think that might be part of activating the little dialogue between these rocks, but I honestly don't know. It's just a bit of a weird Easter egg. I can't really say much else about it, except, oh hey, there's a statue from Serious Sam HD. At least that's all I can remember off the top of my mind. I might have read somewhere that this is a reference to something in particular, but I don't know what it is. So maybe it will be on the video. You never know. But that's as many jokes as I'm gonna listen to. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's only a maximum of 3, but hey, you get to see a pretty cool looking statue. And now it is time for us to leave. The only difficulty about leaving is that you kind of have to do a little bit of fancy jumping around underwater, and it's, at least there aren't any water physics to slow you down as much as it would be if you were in another game that actually had water physics. If it were a game with actual water physics and you weren't a robot that would instantly sink to the bottom of the ocean, then, you know, this might be considerably easier. You would just have to hold space for a while, and then eventually you would win. This one involves moving space. This one involves moving your spacebar across the entire map until you figure out how to get out of there. Yes. Right then, it is off to World C with the final Messenger Island, and again, I will see you there. Okay, we are back in the Grand Cathedral, and it is time to locate the third messenger, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me because I'm terrible with names. And that is a factual statement. I am actually really terrible with names in real life. So, I'm sorry if I forget people's names easily. There's not much I can do to prevent that except maybe repeat that name in my head from time to time until I remember, oh yes, it was that person. That person is the guy who's gonna give me a hint on how to solve a puzzle. And we're gonna go collect that hint right now. Also, this area is really noisy because of waterfalls, so I'm not gonna really talk that much, but it's okay because I'm gonna be spending most of my time solving puzzles in the first place, so hey, no complaints there, I guess. No complaints. I hope there aren't any complaints because that would be terrible, wouldn't you agree? Right then, let's get to work, shall we? Right, here is connector number 2. Boom. That's all done. Now all we must do is unlock the lasers inside the domes, which takes a considerably longer amount of time compared to the connectors, which only have like 5 pieces for each dome. Instead, this one has just a whole crap ton of them. Once again, it is our mission to unlock all of these, and this walkthrough is going to serve as testament to that. And YouTube is not gonna stop me on that one. I am ready to take on the world, except with YouTube copyright laws. I cannot handle those, clearly, because bad stuff happens when YouTube copyright tells you you did something wrong, even though that was likely inadvertent of you. There's also a time capsule right here, which we can listen to.
I look at this inert shape and I wonder who you're gonna be. Will you hold the same values as we do? Will you love us for having created you? Will you resent us for having put you into an uncertain and dangerous world? Looking back at our history, our achievements, our crimes, what will you make of us? Will the world you create be like ours, or so different that we can't even imagine it? Either way, I hope that you'll find this little blue planet to be as beautiful as we did. I hope you'll take care of it a lot better than we did. And I hope one day you'll look up and reach for the stars.
I'm trying to reach for the stars, but the stars are not getting any closer, so I'm going to solve a puzzle instead. And there you have it. Those are the lasers unlocked, and now we might actually make a couple of connections between all of these. So that way we may release the final messenger of the game. Just grab a connector like this, and if you are positioned properly, you might be able to actually hold this down like so. And now we need the second one over here. Grab it. Make a slight arc around the bend so that way the lasers do not intersect, and then you place the laser like so, and that will again open one of the many doors in this game which involve having to use lasers. Here's the final sigil puzzle of the Messenger Islands. Be prepared, guys, this is going to be fairly intense. Rather intensifying. We have now unlocked a final messenger in this place, and I'm just going to go ahead and let you read all of these if you so desire. And then also look at this guy once more, who is another golden robot, or another bronze-based robot, whose name is going to be, for today, he is Slephorial. I don't know how to read that, I'm sorry. Once again, I'm very terrible with names. But maybe this one will stick in my mind if I imprint it on my hand. If I just stamp it right now. But soon his name will disappear forever because he is just a simulation apparently. Right, there he goes. Now then, there aren't actually any Easter eggs in this Messenger Island, but there is, interestingly enough, a single star, which is actually... I don't mind. I like how this one is here because it's kind of an easier one to get compared to most of the other stars. Sort of like how in one of the previous worlds I tackled, like World C7, how there's just kind of a star in a puzzle which you can casually collect. Anyway, there's a statue over here of a rather concerned-looking fellow. Two lovers are separated by the abyss of time and space, yet true love knows no obstacles. This is a riddle. There's actually an invisible floor right here. So, just stick to the path and keep walking forward until you reach this maiden statue right over here. And behind this set of rocks is a star, and also a really pretty view. But that about does it for this world, guys. I hope you enjoyed me covering the Messenger Islands, and that pretty much is gonna do it for this video at least. I want to tackle the Star Worlds next, but there is a minor issue with that, is that I don't think I have enough stars to actually open up all of the star gates. And I might have to verify this fairly soon. The thing is, there are 2 stars on the tower, and the tower is something that I kind of wanted to save for last, but that might be impossible because, you know, we have to get the Star Worlds first and all. But we're not going to worry about that for now. Instead, we should be happy that we have freed all of the messengers and that now we may get hints on puzzles which we've already solved. But if you needed those in the first place, then I hope that will help. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great day or evening, and I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.